It was the early 1800s, and Presbyterian minister Sylvester Graham believed Americans had a big problem, not just with their bodies, but with their souls. He argued that overindulgence was fueling their baser desires, making them immoral and oversexed. To curb this corruption, Graham and fellow puritanical reformers advocated for food they thought could curb a variety of appetites. Following the American Revolution, things like excess alcohol use were increasingly perceived as blights on social order and civic virtue in a budding nation. The 19th century Christian temperance movement encouraged abstinence from alcohol, eventually leading to federal prohibition, but some branches of the movement promoted even more extreme restraint across the board. These reformers had some special areas of interest, including the bedroom. According to Graham, even divinely ordained marital sex could fall into harmfully excessive territory if it happened more than once a month. And like certain Enlightenment philosophers a century before him, Graham considered the so-called solitary vice of masturbation even more hazardous. He claimed it inflamed the brain and depleted the body's energy, causing everything from nervous disorders to stunted growth. To address this issue and others, Graham recommended measures including plenty of sleep on hard mattresses, regular bathing with cold water, and fresh air even in frigid temperatures. But one of his major points of focus was diet. He thought Americans were consuming decadent, flavorful food and drink that threw their bodies out of balance, weakened their self-control, and aroused un-Christian passions. So, to suppress their supposedly hyperactive libidos, Graham advocated for a vegetarian diet of whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. And it needed to be bland. No pleasure-inciting spices to speak of. His signature contribution was graham bread, the precursor to the graham cracker, made from coarse whole wheat graham flour. He shared the recipe at no cost, encouraging everyone to bake their own. It was simple, just add water or milk, yeast, and perhaps a pinch of salt. Nothing that might overstimulate the senses.